Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsjuice.com, and today we are going to do an epic comparison in between a Windows phone, an affordable Windows phone and an affordable Android phone. We have both of them in this ring. As you can see, it is kind of a fight in between these two phones. We are going to compare these phones on the basis of different key features, what kind of hardware you are getting and what kind of overall user experience you get if you buy a Windows phone, an affordable Windows phone or an Android phone. Now the first thing I would like to compare in between these two phones is going to be the price, and then we will start with the comparison. Both of these phones will cost you approximately 6,000 rupees in the market, for which you can buy either a Windows phone or an Android phone over there. And again, which one to buy is something which we will try to clear out in this particular video, talking about different things which you get on a Windows phone and different things you get on an Android phone. Again, we are going to talk about the good things of Windows phone and the good things of Android phone as well, especially on that particular price point and what you can actually get out of these two. In terms of hardware specification, they are almost the same. However, the Android phone which we have, which we won't name from which brand it is, but this one is actually having a better hardware for the price. But let's talk about everything else, not only the hardware in this video. So let's start with the build quality first of all. So we have the Lumia 532 over there, which is a budget phone, and this phone has a pretty good build quality. I would say a better build quality as compared to the Android one, not the Android one but the Android phone over there. And this is how it looks like. As you can see, the back cover is made of very good quality of plastic. It has a 5 megapixel camera at the back. The one over there also has a 5 megapixel camera, but again that one exceeds in terms of hardware specification, so that actually gets a 5 megapixel autofocus camera which can record high definition video. But in terms of the overall build quality, which is the first thing on the basis of which we compare these two phones, I would say that phone is not at all good as compared to the Lumia 532. So in build quality department, the Lumia 532 wins over this Android phone which we have with us. Again, I'm not going to show it from the back side, but the build quality is definitely not that great on this one as compared to the Lumia 532. Talking about some other things, let's talk about the overall user interface which you see on these two phones. So user interface is very much different. We have Windows running over there, which is the latest version of Windows 8.1 update, and it is running pretty smoothly, and it can also be upgraded to Windows 10, so you can have Windows 10 experience on this budget phone which all cost only 6,000 rupees, whereas this device is running on Android KitKat 4.4.2, and this will not get the Lollipop update, which is kind of a disappointment, I would say. So this budget Windows phone can actually run the latest version of Windows OS, which even can be installed on this budget device, as compared to this one which is not capable of getting the Lollipop update, and company has no plans to basically push Lollipop update or the next version of Android on this one. So in this department, again, the build quality is something in which the Lumia 532 wins. So that is one point, and then the second point is going to be the software updates which are there on this affordable Windows phone, which is not there on that affordable Android phone. So these are the two things in which the Windows phone is leading. Let's talk about hardware, and in that hardware specification, some of the good things are there on the Android one, not the Android one but the Android phone which we have over there. So this phone actually get a 5 megapixel camera just like the Lumia 532, but this phone has an autofocus camera and can also record high definition video, which does make a lot of sense for many people out there, and many people need that feature. So you can record high definition video over there from the rear camera, which is 5 megapixel and 5 megapixel over here as well, but it is an autofocus camera, so better camera capabilities, and I would say the camera results are also slightly better, but again there is not a major difference in between these two. So now this point goes to the Android phone which we have with us, the affordable Android phone. When it comes to the tagline which is associated with the Lumia 532, it is never compromise kind of a tagline in which they say that we do not compromise. So let's talk about one more factor, which is going to be the overall user interface and the smoothness of it. So we have Windows 8.1 denim update running on this one, which is very smooth even on this hardware, which is not too great for the price. I would say the hardware inside is not too high in terms of specification. It is a quad core CPU Snapdragon 200, and this device is running smoothly even on this kind of hardware, and it has 1 GB of RAM. So 1 GB of RAM is standard, and we do have that, and this phone is definitely going to be smoother as compared to the Android experience over there. If you actually go across screens over there on the Android phone, the budget Android phone, you can see slight flutter in the graphics. Again, you will see lag on this one. So as per my experience, I have used both of these phones, and one thing which I have seen over time of usage, if you use these phones for approximately a month or more, you will see a great amount of lag on this affordable Android phone as compared to the affordable Windows phone, which is running pretty smoothly. And I have played some high definition games as well before this video on both of these devices, and once you quit these games, you will see a lot of lag over here on this phone as compared to the Windows phone, which is very smooth in terms of the overall UI response. So in UI response, the Windows phone wins. In build quality, the Windows phone wins. Now let's talk about the overall stability of the phones when you use these phones for long-term usage. When it comes to stability, definitely the Windows phone over there is going to be much more stable even when you use it for a long amount of time, whereas on Android it will get laggy, it will get hanged much easily as compared to any other phone out there. And this is not because this phone does not have the right hardware, this is because the overall UI, which is Android, is something which may not be able to handle the kind of load you put on it, especially when you don't effectively use your phone. If you download a lot of files, if you actually download a lot of applications, and if you run some games and there are some applications which are running in the background, so they will actually potentially exploit your RAM. So in that case, the overall UI experience is actually not that stable. Let's talk about the stability perspective of these two phones. Let's see which one is actually stable for long-term usage. As per the experience which I have got after reviewing a lot of phones, including Windows phone as well as Android phones and iOS phones as well, one thing which I have seen is that the overall stability in terms of the long-term usage, when if you are talking about whether the phone is hanging, whether the phone is lagging, then you can say that the Windows phone or the affordable Windows phones are actually much stable as compared to an Android phone. And this is something which is not coming only from me but also from the consumers who have given us the feedback that Windows phone does last for long and they are much more stable than Android, especially when it... Now fifth point of comparison between these two phones is going to be on the basis of multitasking. So again, in terms of multitasking, if you run too many applications over here, some games as well, you will see a lot of lag and the device might hang when it comes to an affordable Android phone. Whereas if we talk about the Lumia 532, which is an affordable Windows phone, this one is still better in terms of handling multiple applications which are running in the background. So I would say multitasking is still better, especially when it comes to the overall load and the UI response is concerned on a Windows phone, which is much better than an Android phone, which is again falling in the same category of affordable smartphone. Now to conclude this comparison, I would like to point out all these points which we highlighted. Again, the first thing goes to the Windows phone, so it goes in favor to the Windows phone as far as the overall build quality. The Windows phone actually has better build quality. The second point is the software updates, which again goes to the Windows phone, because this Windows phone is going to get Windows 10 preview, which is definitely better, whereas this device does not have any chance of getting Lollipop update because the company is no longer interested in this device providing any kind of update. And then the third point, which is going to be in favor of the Android phone, which is being compared at the same price point, this one definitely has better camera. You can record high definition video, which definitely might be a deal breaker for some people out there. Let's talk about the fourth point. The fourth point is stability in long-term usage. So in terms of stability, the Windows phone is much stable as compared to Android phone of the same price segment, especially the affordable segment, for long-term usage. And the final point, the fifth point, is going to be multitasking. And in that as well, I would say multitasking is being handled much effectively on Windows phone as compared to this affordable Android phone. So that's conclude our comparison and that conclude our fight. There are 4 points in favor of Windows phone, and there is only 1 point in favor of the Android phone. So do let us know if you have any specific things which we might have missed in this particular video. In case you want us to compare any specific thing in between these two phones, we would love to do that. You can leave your questions in the comment section below. You can like this video. This video help you by clicking the like button below this video over here, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below over this in video over here. And thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.